Hello everyone, welcome to another match of Littlewargames. Today I'm bringing you a game played on Ravaged AA4. In the top left corner of the map, you have yours truly, Neagat, playing the red pieces. And my opponent here has been featured on this channel before, CpS, who is playing the blue pieces. CpS is one of these people that have kind of gotten me into the game. Definitely when I was learning it, really helped me kind of learn and grow and be able to understand build orders as well as just develop myself as a player in this game. And so before this game even started, I had a strategy that I was going to go for. I decided, I wanted to play Beast this game. I've been playing pretty well macro-wise, a pretty good Beast game. And my idea was to go to 2 bases, immediately get a fortress, and then transfer into dragon lairs, and basically have a dragon all in before I would even have a ground force, really. But my opponent, he messaged me on the messages down here. He basically said he wanted to play a strat that beats MECH, and so I suggested to him that I would be more than willing to play a Rhinus style of MECH. Rhinus is a player who's a very, very popular and very good at playing a MECH style. One sec. Okay. So this is pretty interesting development. CpS going for this Raider scout. Basically, I'm already prepared for it. I've got this Gatling gun, and at this point, I should have this worker on auto repair, which will really enable me to stop this Raider from doing any real damage. Going back into this castle. At this point, I really should be pulling that worker back and then getting a fresh worker. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident. I was able to basically kick his unit out. If I maybe scouted this lower ground, I may have been able to kill that unit, but I wasn't able to. And as a result of him delaying my castle, he also delays my supply from going up, which delays the second Gatling gun. So that was a very good play by him in order to delay. Moves his raiders out, and I think he's going to try and do a little bit of harassment. So at this point, my Gatling gun is basically trying to do its job. It's being repaired by the workers here. He gets his second worker kill in, which is disappointing for me. I'd really have liked to keep those workers alive, but he eventually gets this Gatling gun down for the count. At that point, I'm able to just go back into my macro game. My opponent, he's mining on 2 bases. That's fine for now. It's actually, I think if I would have had a little bit more control, like a little bit better actions per minute, I probably would have been able to stop any Raider harass with that one Gatling gun, been able to keep both workers alive. If I was a perfect player, that was basically what I could have done. But for now, I'm going into 2 mills, getting these gyrocraft, as well as constantly producing these Gatling guns and producing workers at the same time. And so I'm always going to produce workers. I'm going to prioritize getting getting these gyrocraft second, and then I'll prioritize getting these Gatling guns. The fact that he has raiders, I don't think I realized he has this many raiders, but the fact that he's getting raiders and going for like a raider all-in basically means that he has no counter to these gyro, because raiders don't shoot up, and gyrocraft are very good at harassing units on the ground. But essentially, while this is all happening, I'm macroing up. I'm getting my economy going. I'm getting my units ready. So he's assembling. At the same time, he's transferring into archers. So definitely expecting some harassment from Gyrocraft, as well as going for this advanced workshop and getting this airship ready. He's assembling. I think if I was my opponent here, I'd probably have wanted to move these raiders out a little bit earlier than at this point. I see now that he's got raiders coming in, and so what I do is I pull my Gatling guns towards my worker line, and my workers would be put on auto repair, and then they would be able to take care of that. At this point, I've got Gatling guns ready um, to kind of counter this Raider force, right? Because Raiders don't attack up. And so basically, by having these Gyrocraft rather, not Gatling guns, I basically counter any harassment that he's able to do. And then this is where we get into the meat of the game. I personally think these Gyrocraft and being able to harass with them versus having my opponent and his archers. And so at this point, I'm going to try and do a pretty interesting balancing act between macroing up, getting army, as well as harassing my opponent. So this is going to be a very interesting game for me. Well, while also having to text someone here. Okay, so as we can see, we have some harassment at CpS's third base. Basically, what I'm trying to achieve is I'm trying to make sure that CpS isn't able to get this tower up. I feel like he should have left 2 or 3 archers here in the first place. I end up, macroing at home, so I'll eventually lose 2 Gyrocraft. So. But while this is all going on, going for my third base, going for this switch into catapults as well, and then constantly producing. And then for any damaged Gyrocraft, I'm basically sending them home, where I'll eventually repair them, and then I'll use them as a counter to any drop play that he might have. But as you remember, I believe this unit, this one here, is full of raiders. I don't know if we can. Oh, maybe it's this one. Yes, this one. If I was CpS and I had a chance to do this game all over again, I would definitely try and be more active with that unit. So at this point, he sees that I have a counter to his airship, and I'm going to be more than able to deal with that. And then I've denied mining on his first base, as well as these. So those are the workers that were on the first base. But I basically denied him his first base. With this Gyrocraft harassment. And I think I've only done this with, how many Gyrocraft do I have? 6 at this point? I've lost a couple, I'm sure. So while this is all going on, bringing my Gyrocraft over. Let's go ahead and take a look at production here. He's got his towers going up, so he's definitely going for this defense. While this is all going on, I'm just trying to see if there's any way that I can squeeze in and do a little bit more harassment. While that's going on, I'm doing 2-pronged harassment, so I've got these units harassing and I have those units harassing. And now I'm going for my 4th base because I know from the fact that I can see that there's no base here, that my opponent is on 3 bases, while I'm getting my 4th up and running, as well as 2 workshops going on. So definitely accumulating a very strong, very potential, or very capable mech force here, especially with these Gatling guns. I think if I would have done this game, so I suggested some things for CpS to do, but I think if it was me playing this game again, I would definitely try and be more active with these units, these ground units that I'm assembling. like gyrocraft are great for harassment. Maybe I could have used these Gatling guns for harassment at the same time. I don't see this move out until basically they approach this ramp. And so that's very interesting. I know I have armies spread around the entire map, and I was moving out with my catapults and Gatlings. So it's at this point that I basically decide, okay, I'm going to take my workers and I'm going to try and save them. But this is actually really rough. I should have been more cognizant of how my workers were doing. Should have ran them out this way and really try to keep them safe. Go ahead and take a look at, CpS. Oh no. No CpS, no. This is not good. He goes for this fight here. My catapults have the range to really do their damage. And then I pull these workers here and put them on auto repair so that they can defend against this aggression here. So basically what I've done is I've pulled a large amount of workers. I'm still in a good economic spot because I've got 4 bases, right? And then I basically killed his entire army. So there's really nothing left for me to do besides go to the other side of the map and just finish off my opponent. While this has all been happening, CpS has gotten 2 ballista to try and counter my gyrocraft, which is fair play, you know. That's gyrocraft are the counter. He's also gotten these 2 catapults, which is very good against a ground army, right? But I have the counter at the same time with these gyrocraft. I basically move them over, and I have them dish the damage to these catapults. And basically, once they're done, the whole match is done because I'm able to take out these workers without any harassment, without any worries, and my opponent GG's from that point on. So, really good game, really well played, and really interesting developments that happened throughout that entire game. I think this being able to have the gyrocraft to harass and keep my opponent's units at home while I assembled was definitely very helpful for myself. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed watching my YouTube videos, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. I make content every single day for your enjoyment. My goal really is to grow this community and get more players into the game. All right, have a great day.